for me, yeah, I sort of like struggled with that because I've sometimes judged her for being so confident, which I think is like not fair, right?
Yeah, you're such a bad daughter. Terrible daughter.
Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
Correct.
And we're not talking War and Peace.
She played with fire, and now she got burned. This isn't going to end well for you, Blake.
Blake Lively spent years perfecting a Hollywood persona built on poise, charm, and effortless grace. But nothing, absolutely nothing, shatters that image faster than your own high-powered attorney walking away in the middle of a career-defining scandal. And not just walking away quietly, publicly cutting ties in a move so shocking it's left even seasoned Hollywood insiders speechless. This isn't some behind-the-scenes contract dispute or the usual creative differences spin. No, this is a full-blown legal meltdown. And the way it's unfolding has the entertainment industry, legal experts, and Hollywood power players gasping for air.
Blake Lively's claims that she was allegedly harassed by this guy when they shot the movie It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence. And was Justin didn't harass Blake. Blake was interested in wresting control of this movie away from Justin, who was the director and the producer. She was just an actress in it. And to the point where this guy was in the basement at his own movie's premiere. And that what in fact happened was you guys were the ones out there generating negative press against Justin. You guys were the ones who were trying to ruin Justin at the Reynolds penthouse in Manhattan, where Ryan Reynolds allegedly bullied Justin so badly that a Sony representative, and her biggest takeaway was, it was so nasty. There's just so much more to the story, and the media's already like self-flagellating. Oh, we were too mean to Blake. And now you see text messages from Blake Lively comparing herself. She's the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones, that she too has her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. What Brian Friedman alleges is, and that they are powerful advocates for her. You'll go along or I'll unleash my dragons on you, you loser who no one's ever heard of.
I can't believe neither side is like giving in. They're like digging in further.
It's going to be like the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, documents, which prove exactly what she did to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin. And we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also. Ryan Reynolds.
High-profile lawyers don't just walk away from their A-list clients, especially not like this. When you represent a megastar like Blake Lively, your own reputation is on the line. These attorneys don't take cases unless they're confident they can win, or at least negotiate a resolution that doesn't scorch the earth beneath their client's feet. So for Blake's own legal team to publicly step back, it's an unprecedented move that's sending shockwaves through every corner of Hollywood. Now the million-dollar question, why did they leave? Because make no mistake, this wasn't voluntary. This wasn't some amicable parting where everyone hugs it out and wishes each other well. Something happened behind closed doors, and whatever it was big enough to make even the most seasoned legal minds run for the hills.
This is just the latest salvo, and I will play you a 2-minute summary of the 7-minute groveling apology he sent her in this voicemail at 2 a.m.
Legal insiders are now whispering that once Blake's attorneys gained full access to the raw evidence, unedited text messages, private emails, and behind-the-scenes accounts, it became painfully clear that her version of events wasn't adding up. And when a lawyer realizes their client's case is built on shaky ground, or worse, outright deception, they're left with two options: stay and risk their own credibility going up in flames, or get out before the entire case collapses and takes them down too. In this case, they ran, and fast. Let's be honest, the timing couldn't look worse. Blake's legal team walked away, just as her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni was already falling apart. The very lawsuit meant to cast her as the victim. And now, with her own attorneys refusing to stand behind her story, the narrative has completely flipped, leaving Hollywood wondering what really went on behind closed doors.
They're saying she decided she wanted to take over and use the power of her fame and name and that of her husband, Ryan Reynolds, to bully Justin Baldoni into the fetal position.
So what exactly did they see? Were there incriminating messages, contradictions in her statements, or even signs she was actively shaping the narrative to her advantage? The possibilities are endless, but one thing is crystal clear. Whatever they uncovered was bad enough to make her attorneys abandon ship before they went down with her. With her legal team publicly walking away and Hollywood watching her every move, Blake's fall from grace is far from over. Now she faces two choices, neither of them appealing. Option 1, go completely silent and hope the storm eventually passes. But that silence could leave behind a cloud of doubt that lingers over every future project. Hollywood has a short memory for success, but an endless one for scandal. Option 2, fight back harder than ever. That would mean doubling down, hiring a new legal team, and aggressively defending her story. But at what cost? Pushing forward could invite even more scrutiny, more leaks, and more damage to an already fragile reputation. Either way, Blake's credibility is hanging by a thread. For years, she's been the ultimate Hollywood darling, the perfect blend of gossip girl glamour, high-fashion poise, and approachable charm. But that carefully crafted image is crumbling faster than ever. Because here's the harsh truth, Hollywood doesn't forget. And when your own legal team publicly walks away, the industry takes note. This isn't just about losing a lawsuit anymore, it's about losing trust, credibility, and the very reputation that made Blake Lively a household name.
Baldoni is going on the offensive. He just launched a website containing 168 pages of documents and text.
Who are you? Oh, I'm Deadpool. And I guess you're Deadpool too. But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool. Oh my goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist. Right.
Said that they worked on the set of It Ends With Us, okay? And that the villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively. It's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds.
The moment Blake Lively's high-powered attorney walked away, the whispers turned into a full-blown Hollywood roar. Because let's be honest, lawyers don't just abandon A-list clients unless something catastrophic is brewing behind the scenes. And in this case, it looks like Blake's credibility is collapsing faster than a house of cards in a windstorm. This isn't just another Hollywood lawsuit gone wrong. It's a full-scale reputational crisis that even the best PR spin doctors might not be able to fix. Let's get one thing straight. Attorneys don't drop clients like Blake Lively for fun. These are professionals trained to handle the ugliest celebrity scandals. Their job is to make disasters disappear, not create them. Yet, in a move that stunned industry veterans, Blake's own lawyer didn't just quietly resign. They made a public statement distancing themselves from her. That's Hollywood code for, we saw something so damning, we refuse to go down with this ship. Whatever receipts Blake thought she had clearly weren't holding up under scrutiny. According to legal insiders, once her attorneys got full access to the unedited text messages, internal emails, and first-hand accounts, the picture changed dramatically. Suddenly, Blake's version of events didn't look nearly as one-sided or as innocent as she'd presented. And let's not forget the timing. Her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni was already under fire, with critics questioning her abrupt transformation from leading lady to legal aggressor. But now, with her own team jumping ship, a much bigger question looms. Did Blake knowingly push a false narrative, assuming no one would dare challenge her? If this all feels familiar, it's because Hollywood has seen this movie before. Celebrities trying to rewrite history through curated evidence, exaggerated victimhood, and conveniently timed leaks. And for a while it works, until the truth starts to surface. When that happens, the backlash hits twice as hard. And make no mistake, Blake's attorney walking away might be the exact moment her entire PR machine imploded. The fallout doesn't stop there. Losing your legal team doesn't just weaken your case, it empowers everyone who's been staying silent. For Justin Baldoni, this is a game changer. He no longer has to fight to prove his innocence. The optics have done it for him. The unspoken message is loud and clear. Blake's case was collapsing from within, and even her own camp didn't want to be associated with it. Now, former colleagues and crew members who once stayed quiet are starting to talk. For years, Blake Lively embodied Hollywood perfection. Flawless red carpet looks, charming interviews, and effortless cool girl energy. But if there's one thing Hollywood doesn't forgive, it's deception. No matter what happens next, this legal debacle is now permanently tied to her name. And in an industry where credibility is currency, Blake Lively may have just taken the biggest financial and reputational hit of her career.